in Osama City. You're watching One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with information, news, sports, and public affairs. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with love. Ang telebisyong pangmasa. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. One TV special report.
A welcome club. New Regional Director, Dr. Ruth Legazpi Fuentes, SSO3, together with our OIC, SDS, Sir Judicial Liwakon, also like to welcome the father of the city, Mayor Sam Norman G. Fuentes. Welcome, Mayor. Again, good morning to our esteemed guests, led by our most dependable partner, the local government of Ozame City, led by our city mayor, Attorney Sam Norman Fuentes, our vice mayor, Simplicia O. Neri, councilors present, Councilor Cecil Co, Councilor Saulo Salvador, Lorely Fuentes Cipres, Attorney Mars Tapayan, Juanito Junjun Sakin, Catherine Katkat Lin, Councilor Janfel Duhay Lungsod, and Councilor Salvador J.J. Canlas Jr. Valued partners, our Division Federated PTA President, Sir Wilvin Maglasang Aliere, our neighboring school leader of the Schools Division of Misamis Occidental, SDS Jean Veloso, and ASDS of Oroquieta City, ASDS Inerio Ibiza. Our school leaders, staff of the Schools Division of Ozame City, we have now in front of us our new Regional Director, Dr. Ruth Legazpi L. Fuentes. Today is a moment of significance and renewed direction for our division as we gather for the installation of our officer in charge, Schools Division Superintendent. This occasion is made even more meaningful by the presence of our distinguished Regional Director, which she is on a scheduled official visit to the SDO of Ozamis City, whose leadership continues to guide and inspire the entire region toward excellence in education. We come together under the banner of Department of Education to witness another transition that affirms continuity, stability, and our shared commitment to delivering quality, accessible, relevant, and liberating education for all. At this juncture, may we now call on PSDS Alan Veloso, who is now the caretaker of CID while our chief is on travel, to give us the welcome message on behalf of our chief SGOD. Shall we give him a round of applause?
Thank you, Ma'am. On behalf of our SGOD Chief, Ma'am Imelda Pungase, let me read to you her welcome message. Good morning. Today, we gather for a moment that speaks of continuity, responsibility, and shared commitment to education. To our esteemed Regional Director, Dr. Ruth L. Fuentes, CISO 3, ma'am. To our Honorable City Mayor, Attorney Sam Norman G. Fuentes, sir. Vice Mayor Simplicia O. Neri, ma'am. And to all the members of the City Council of the City of Ozamis. To the Schools Division Superintendent of Misamis Occidental, Ma'am Jean. Bakit? To the Assistant Schools Division of Oroqueta City, Sir Inerio Ibesa, sir. To the Deputy President, Sir William Alieri, sir. To the first family of our honoree this morning, the family of Sir Dion. Good morning. To our school heads and to our colleagues in the division office, welcome you all. We are united this morning for a significant occasion in the Schools Division of Ozamis City, the installation of Mr. Dionisio L. Liwagon Jr., CESO 6, as officer in charge of the Office of the Schools Division Superintendent. As Sir Dionisio assumes this responsibility, we recognize the weight of this mandate and the opportunities it brings. We express our full confidence in his capability to lead with integrity, clarity, and purpose. We likewise extend our sincere appreciation to our Regional Director for your presence and guidance, which continue to anchor our direction and inspire our collective work. To our local government partners and stakeholders, thank you for standing with us. Your presence today reflects a shared belief that education is a cornerstone of community development. As we proceed with this ceremony, may we remain reminded that educational leadership is not carried by one person alone, but is strengthened by the commitment of all those who serve. Once again, welcome everyone and thank you for being part of this meaningful milestone. Mayong buntag kanatong tanan og daghang salamat.
Thank you very much, Sir Ian, PSDS Ian Francis Veloso, as we also acknowledge our counselor this morning, Counselor Archie Romero, sir. And of course, the family of our OIC SDS who is joining him this morning on his important milestone of his career. This time, I will now call on ASDS Dionisio L. Liwagon to give a short introduction for our new regional director. Sir Dion.
Thank you, Ms. A. It is but fitting to introduce our new regional director in the Department of Education, Northern Mindanao, Region 10. So this is her official visit in the Schools Division of Ozamis City. My morning greetings to everyone, to the local chief executive of the city of Ozamis, Attorney Sam Norman Gofuentes. Mayor, good morning po, and we are so delighted of your presence today. We also have our Vice Mayor, Honorable Simplicia Baby Oneri. Good morning po, Vice. And the rest of the councilors whom I'm going to mention in my inaugural message later. But at this point in time, special mention to our ate, our councilor representing or handling the Committee on Education, Honorable Cecil Waico. Good morning po, on Cecil. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to read this one-page introduction of our new Regional Director of DepEd Region 10. May I have all your ears? Dr. Ruth Ligaspe Fuentes is a seasoned education leader with over 39 years of service in the Department of Education. She earned her Bachelor of Science in Business Management, Marketing, cum laude from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, and pursued further studies at the Philippine Normal University and the University of the East. She obtained her Bachelor of Laws from Far Eastern University, completed her Master of Arts in Environmental Education at Miriam College, and earned her Doctor of Philosophy in Public Administration from Rizal Technological University. A Career Executive Service Officer, or CESO3, Dr. Fuentes has held key leadership positions, including Master Teacher, Head Teacher, Education Program Supervisor, Director 2 of the National Educators Academy of the Philippines, or NAEAP. She was also a Schools Division Superintendent, Assistant Regional Director, Regional Director of DepEd Region 9, and finally, now the new Regional Director of DepEd Region 10. Her leadership is characterized by innovation, systems strengthening, and evidence-based governance. She spearheaded Project E-Ruth, a document tracking system, the one I mentioned this morning, a document tracking system that enhanced operational and educational research, inclusive education, and is a leading advocate for contextualized learning resources for Sobanin and other indigenous learners, promoting culturally responsive pedagogy, equity, and social cohesion. A Sunday school teacher, curriculum writer, and ambassador for Peace Awardee. Her work has earned international recognition, including a silver medal at the International Sustainable World Project Olympiad. Her legacy lies in building systems that endure, leaders who serve, an education that leaves no learner behind. Her commitment to education and her passion for excellence have earned a well-deserved reputation as a luminary in the Philippine educational system. A true advocate for education, dedicated to creating an environment where every student has the opportunity to succeed. May I invite each one to stand as we welcome, friends, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our beloved Regional Director of DepEd Region 10, Dr. Ruth Legaspi Fuentes.
Thank you, SDS John. Please sit down. Sabi ko, cardinal rule number 1, don't make long introduction. So first violation, serve two. Anyway, thank you for the kind introduction. Our City Mayor, my better half, City Mayor Attorney Sam Norman Go Fuentes, our Vice Mayor, Ma'am Baby Neri, members of the council who came in full force, well, our former superintendent in Ozami City, Ma'am Jean Veloso, ASDSNR, well, officials in the division office, the parents, ma'am, who I learned is a former school head in Oroqueta, so family of educators and wife, and of course my dear principals. You know, when I said, I was about to say no to Sir John because I said I would not want a more elaborated and a big welcome. I just want to, I'm on the process of scanning the environment in the entire region, and I have been going out. I have been going from one divisions to another and see for myself, because I like the word when the first in your introduction is evidence-based. So I really want, before I can come up with the result, I need to know what the needs are. The intervention will have to fit in the right needs of the teachers, the learners, and every single person in the whole of Region 10, not only in Ozami City. And before I came in here, I went to the division office, and I realized in the 1.5-hour tour, I already have in mind how the City Council can actually augment what DepEd cannot provide. So, your presence today, City Council and the Mayor, and of course, Ma'am Vice Mayor, can help us. You know, the first, I go for development. Actually, the vision that I really want to emphasize here is a leadership with competence, compassion, and character. Yun lang, 3 C's lang. Competence can be developed. Character can be developed. And compassion is something that is, it should come from the heart. It's dedication. When I learned about the presence of the school heads that will be here today, I said, sige na nga, Sir Johnny, papayag na ako sa grand welcome mo sa akin. I normally just go around the division and the school, just sometimes unannounced, for me to see what's actually happening in the field. Because if there's one thing I hate, I don't like sugarcoating what's really happening in the field. And the reason why I said yes is because I really want to engage with the school heads, which I cannot possibly visit all single schools in my entire, perhaps some of you I may have an opportunity to visit, no, but not everyone, kasi I have, well, 4,500 schools in the entire Region 10. But why am I putting premium on your role as school heads? School leaders can actually spell a lot of difference, and you create the culture in the school. You can make and unmake your school. In terms of
support, you're so blessed and fortunate because I think institutionalizing the area of the whole Misamis Occidental, wherein the local government really put premium on investing on education. As I have moved around the region, I know it varies from one school, it varies from one division to another. And it could be felt here that even the presence today of the council, well, I know and we all know that Councilor Cecil is the one heading the education sector, and we know that it takes really a village to educate one single child. And how will they fit in now? We have an education crisis that I would like, I don't normally start my talk with the negativity, but this is something that everyone should remember. Why am I talking about educational crisis? We can blame the COVID for the poor result of our reading and numeracy skills. You know that at grade 5, more than only 65% of the 28 million Filipino learners have achieved not even 50% mastery in all areas in terms of English, math, science. And there are statistics that will back up that a grade 5 learner has a reading ability of not even a grade 1 learner at this time. And what can we do to address that? This is something that has been there for quite a while. Even before COVID, this is the challenge that we are all facing. We are increasing technology. Nakita natin, ang dami na. Yung bata yata, pag panganak pa lang, hindi ba kayo nagwa-wonder, 2 years old, ang galing ng mag-manipulate ng, kaya nang mag-on and off ng gadgets. But, pabasahin mo yan. He can identify letters, but what is missing is the functionality of the reading skills. Makakabasa siya, pero paano niya gagamitin yun? Bigyan mo siya ng test, ibahin mo yung test, hindi simple recall lang yan. Pero bakit hindi niya naiintindihan? Na-identify niya ang objects. But kung paano gagamitin, that's where the problem lies. School heads, my dear principals, you are the one directly engaged with the teachers. And you are aware of your 2 functional roles. First is your administrative function, and the second is your instructional function. More often than not, you focus more on administrative rather than instructions. I started with how can you create a culture of excellence and competence in the school. Under 9155, you are empowered. You can implement programs that will actually suit the needs of your community. You can engage the barangay captain. Napaka-active dito ang engagement ng lahat ng barangay captains. Tell them what you need. How can we improve coordination and linking with the entire community in building a child who can read and compute comprehensively and functionally. I always believe that a good student is a byproduct of a good teacher, and a good teacher is a byproduct of a good principal. That's a challenge. We at the managerial level can only supervise, but at the end of the day, you are the one running and managing the school. The council can very well help us. Ano pa bang kulang na hindi kaya ibigay ng DepEd? Sana nandito yung ABC President. Mahaba-haba. Ito pala si Sir. Yung barangay natin. We can help identify good reading teachers. Kasi katulad ni Ma'am, kahit retire na siya, she can very well help us in her free time. All we need to do is to identify learners who are really at risk. Imagine nasa grade 5 na hindi pa marunong magbasa comprehensively. May materials tayo, ang dami ang ganda ng mga materials na nakita ko. We have contextualized materials in the division office. So it's already there. The problem is, how do we make use of it? How do we capitalize it? How will we use it in such a way that it reaches up to the... Kasi may mga last mile school pa tayo dito, di ba, Ma'am Jean? I identified, when I discussed this with Sir Johnny, I told Sir John, I want an exact data of the number of classrooms for the key stages, for Keys 1 and 3, yun ang key stage, with no TV. Accordingly, all kinder and grade 1 have TV inside the classroom. Because interactive learning is proven to be effective than providing them with gadgets. Because chances are, gadgets can be used in the way they're not supposed to be used. Baka maglaro lang yan. But pag may TV na may teacher properly guided, madali na. So I hope soon, within the day, Sir Johnny, I can have data of grade 2 and 3 classrooms with no TV. And tingnan natin kung kulang yung ating MOE, how can the council help us with this? And part of the program, in order to provide better services to our teachers, this for the entire region, is for digital transformation. What is that? Paperless na. Pagdating ko sa opisina sa regional office, ang daming papel, ang dami kong pinipirmahan. Hanggang alas 2 nagpipirma ako. You know, it will only take a strong political will, effort, and support of the entire organization to have everything digitalized with no paper. Teachers can save us money, it can save them time. Yung igugugol nila sa pag-follow up ng sweldo, ng kanilang retirement and leave, just the use of the phone. Lahat naman may phone na. Pwede na yun. It's possible. So, we are transforming the landscape. We are embracing technology in the entire region. And I said, when I went over, okay yung HR natin sa division office, nakita ko, everything is, they're on the process of archiving and put everything on a database management. So, okay, nag-start na sila. So, sabi ko, Sir Johnny, take this as a challenge. I will pilot the digital transformation, yung seamless and paperless from school to division to RO for Ozami City. O, narinig ni Ma'am Jean yan. Tingnan natin kung kakayanin ng buong entire province, no? Yon. And then, for teachers, meron din tayong program for non-teaching. Yung downloading of payroll. I realized that the payroll here in Ozamis is still at the regional office. Imagine magkano ang pamasahe from the school to the division to Cagayan de Oro. Wherein, pwede naman lahat yan digitalized na. Teachers did not go there. Madali lang yan. Kaya nga lang, may kailangan ng infrastructure. Kailangan natin ng high-power printer. We call it Printonics, which cost about mga 800,000. It's an investment. Oh, but how much is 800,000 to the council? Actually, naku, baka sabihin ni, ni Vice, kaya pala kami pinapunta dito. No, actually, it's more of how do we better serve, you know, non-teaching and mga teachers, if they are properly motivated, if we give them if we make things easy for them, they can very much well focus on the actual teaching and learning process. Gawin nating hayahay ang buhay para sa mga guro, para lalong silang maging motivated. So, yung printer kasi available, na-commit ko na sa Miss Ok. Isa na lang yung available sa regional office. But naunang nag-request ang Tanggob. So sabi ko, paano na ngayon ang Ozamis? Wala na kaming available printer na maibibigay. So sabi ko, magsulat ka doon kahit late na. Kung hindi mabigay sa'yo, bigay natin ang problema sa it's either kay Kong Ando, kay Kong Indy, kay si Gob sa province na yan. Okay, o kaya kasi trained na lahat. The personnel in the division office are trained already. They are only waiting for that payroll machine. Kasi mas madali na, hindi na sila magpa-follow up kung ma-download natin ang payroll sa division office. They need not go to Cagayan de Oro. Okay. Anyway, I won't hold you long. I just hope that everyone is in the right spirit, especially the school heads. I hope you take the challenge. How can I would always say, what is the result of the many interventions I have been doing? This is what we are being confronted for right now. We are confronted with a very, very low academic performance. Yes, we are winning contests. But at the end of the day, it's always the national assessment that spells a lot of difference. Where are we in terms of not results? We have not achieved 75% of the mastery, not even 65% mastery across learning areas. Anong ginagawa natin? So it's about time for the school heads, you put premium on your role as instructional leader. Mag-observe kayo ng klase. Tingnan nyo kung yung mga teacher nyo nagtuturo pa ba. I may be traditional in my approach, but I think going back to the very basic of having a pre-observation and actual observation and post-observation, still the best way of looking at our teachers. The division office cannot possibly go there. Even the PSDSS cannot go there every day. You have the direct link to your teachers. Kayo yung nakakakita ng teacher nyo. Alam na alam nyo dyan kung sino yung nangangailangan ng intervention. Do not wait for the SDO to do that. Hindi nila kayang gawin lahat yun. We have 58 schools. And school heads, that's my appeal. In the coming school year, as we embrace a new school year, having in mind the result of the assessments that we have. I know this is your program implementation review. We have good plans. We have good interventions in mind, but always, what will be the result? We will always be judged according to the result we produce. Sana hindi sa papel lang mangyari lahat. Hindi puro drawing lang. Yung resulta talaga. I'll try to visit more schools. Basta pupunta na lang ako doon sa inyo at para makita ko at makilala din ang mga schools nyo. It may not be the whole of Ozamis City, but I look forward to seeing everyone doing their job. Alam mo, magturo lang ang teacher, yun lang ang sagot. Magturo ng maayos. Magturo ng maayos. Okay, with that, Sir Johnny, congratulations. I know this is the time. Supposedly, yung message ko is about, we have been discussing on the plans on what to do with Ozami City, Sir Johnny, as our schools division superintendent. But the presence of Manjing here would say is an affirmation also of how things were during her time. We will continue, sabi ko nga, hindi naman bagong leader, lahat babagin niya. No. As you process and assess everything, projects which are worth continuing should be continued. And in your own, kasi every leader has his own skills, no? Make sure that we share the same mission and vision of promoting academic performance, a well-balanced and a holistic learners in the whole Ozami City. So hopefully, the next time we present to you the fruits, the yields, yung report card mo kasi every year may annual reporting din ang mga schools division superintendent. I will hope that in a year, we will see positive and greater impact of all the intervention and all the plans that we plan, that we will be promoting and doing here in the whole of the city. So thank you all very much. Thank you for the presence ng konseho dito. I hope you continue to provide us with your being support, because education is the best investment that we can. It may not have an immediate ROI, but it's a lifetime investment that everyone should really invest on. So thank you, congratulations Sir Johnny, and we continue to, I hope yung link natin with the community, with the council, will be sustained. Okay? Maraming salamat. God bless everyone.
Thank you very much, Regional Director Dr. Ruth L. Fuentes. RD, we would like just to inform you that the local government unit of Ozamis City has all completely provided smart TVs in all classrooms of our Key Stage 1. That's courtesy of Mayor Sam and Vice Mayor Bebineri. But we need more. Sabi ko nga kay Mayor Sam, for the incoming school year, what DepEd needs yung for grades 5 and 6 na lang po. Actually, meron naman pakonti-konti for grades 5 and 6 because those old smart TVs used previously in Key Stage 1 pinovide din for some of the grades 5 and 6. So, that's the smart TVs come on top of the tablets that we give for our grades 11 and 12 so that they can use it when they are already in college. So, shall we give our local government unit a round of applause? Mayor, dili yun na mo malimtan ang Printonics because that's what we need for the printing of our payroll. Thank you po in advance. So do with Vice Mayor Bebineri. Thank you so much. Now we come to the installation proper. by the way, would like to acknowledge ASDS, Sir Eugene Macahis. Sir, welcome. We now come to the installation proper. May we invite our RD, our ASDS, and the family of our Sir Dion to please come upstage. Maninoy Tadao, Mayor, as witness.
Okay. May we have moment of silence, please? Pangalan
Ako si Junicio Liwagon Jr. ng Mobod, Oroquieta City,
na hinirang at itinalaga sa kantukulan bilang isang
na itinalaga sa katulan bilang OIC Schools Division Superintendent,
ay taimtim na nanunumpa, natutuparin ko ng buong husay at katapatan
natutuparin ko ng buong husay at katapatan
sa abot ng aking kakayahan ang mga tungkulin ng aking kasalukuyang katungkulan
ang mga tungkulin ng aking kasalukuyang katungkulan
at iba pang alituntunin at pagkaraan niyo'y gagampanan ko sa ilalim ng Republika ng Pilipinas.
at iba pang alituntunin at pagkaraan ito'y gagampanan ko sa ilalim ng Republika ng Pilipinas
Na aking